great balance there. Good swing path, and he drives it the other way.
Standing in now, Ben Paulson. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
And this is a spot where, to me, you don't need to play home run derby here. I mean, if your last name is Pujols or Fielder, maybe, but for a guy like this, you just try to get on base and give your guys a chance to drive you in.
Gerardo Parra steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Tomas. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting 8, the catcher, number 4, Nick Hundley.
Nick Hundley set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Rockies strike for 1 on the homer by Arenado. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Colorado. David Peralta strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Fielder, David Peralta.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning.
And here's a case on the mound where he's trying to sneak a first pitch fastball by him, but he was having none of that at the plate. He just sends it right back where it came from.
Wellington Castillo stands in for the first time. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Blackmon going back, still going back. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center, and the Diamondbacks move out in front. It's now 2-1.
This is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Batting 6.
Jake Lamb standing in now as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 1-0 pitch is a curveball. That looked good from here, but it's 2-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
LeMahieu's got it. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you got to let it go. you still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit, and all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
Here's Yasmani Tomas, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no, they can't get there. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with two strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Here's Chris Owings now, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Bases are empty here with two men out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. And Reyes will put this one away, and the side is retired. But the Diamondbacks pick up a couple courtesy of this two-run home run. We've played two. It's now 2-1 Arizona. Chad Bettis set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you, because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Charlie Blackmon will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. In tight. Awfully tight. 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here. 2-0.
A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Greinke's ready. Here's the 2-2. Hammers it to deep right field. Peralta going back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to straightaway right field, as the Rockies have come back to tie this one at 2 apiece.
And this is one of those guys that we consider to be part of that new breed of leadoff hitter. You know, it used to be that your leadoff guy was a guy that might hit 3 or 4 home runs a year. But nowadays, managers are realizing, hey, my leadoff guy is going to get more at-bats than anyone else in my lineup over the course of the season. So why not put a better hitter up there rather than just a punch and Judy guy? And that certainly worked out for him right here.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes.
Jose Reyes.
As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. That last home run estimated at 399 feet. Hit in the air out to center field. Pollock is under it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
The right
Well, they
fielder,
took
number
him up the
5.
ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Carlos Gonzalez will stand in now, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Pollock moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. But the Rockies are able to knot things up thanks to this solo home run. We played 2.5, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Zach Greinke digs into the box in the
Leading
bottom
out for
of
the
inning
Diamondbacks.
number 3.
Pitcher, Zach Greinke.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Gonzalez giving chase. He's got it 1 away.
Center fielder, number 11, A.J. Pollock.
A.J. Pollock will stand in as the lineup turns over here. He was called out on strikes to open the home first.
And remember, they got him on a fastball, so I got to figure they're going to attack him the exact same way.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
With some guys,
The batter,
it
number
doesn't
2,
matter if it's
shortstop,
0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Gene Segura standing in. Runners off for second, and he reaches out for one and may have chased it as this is skied into the air to straightaway center. Blackman will put this one away, and that's out number 2.
The first baseman, number 44, Paul Goldschmidt.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. and that is right down the middle for strike 2.
Hard to believe he'd let that one go. That was right on a platter for him.
Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Diamondbacks, and after 3, it remains a 2-2 tie. Nolan Arenado is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Greinke looks in. Here's the first pitch. Here's Greinke back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him. It's strike 1. Swing and a little tapper. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Stepping in, DJ LeMahieu. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hard hit ball to second. Owings is there. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
First baseman, number 10, Ben Paulson.
Digging in, Ben Paulson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him on just 3 pitches.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded by Owings. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Good work there by Zach Greinke. And we remain tied at 2 apiece. David Peralta is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
The Diamondbacks here in the 4th. Right fielder, David Peralta.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here it comes on 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Pretty evident here that they weren't going to give this guy anything to pull in this at-bat. I mean, the guy has such quick hands through the pitch inside, but you're going to see that all 4 of these pitches on the outer half of the plate, and he just can't adjust to any of them.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. As he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Lifted in the air to right field. And Gonzalez will put this one away for route number 2.
Now batting, third baseman,
Jake Lamb stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. First pitch on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Blackmon's after it, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Yeah, this one was starting to look like it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning, but now all of a sudden they have the go-ahead run standing out there at second base after the 2-out double.
Here's Yasmani Tomas as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We'll be right back at Chase Field in just a moment. Gerardo Parra heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Colorado, the left fielder, number 8, Gerardo
Greinke gets the
Parra.
sign. Here's the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Drilled right back up the middle, and this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here, but if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
Striding into the box, Nick Hundley. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time, but the runner's back easily. First pitch coming, here it is. Ground ball left side. Scooped up to second for one. On to first, and they turn the double play.
The pitcher, number 35, Chad Bettis.
Chad Bettis stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Now the 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
He's playing right into that big swing from a pitch before. Just throw something.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Chris Owings comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Second baseman, Chris Owings.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lays off 1-0.
Well, you know, things have gone his way more often than not so far this afternoon, but he certainly didn't get any help on that one.
Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike one. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. To 2-2 now.
Balls, 2 strikes.
Curveball, strike 3 called, and he didn't like it, but there's the first out.
You know, and I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike 1 or strike 2, you know, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike 3, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Into the box now, Zach Greinke. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
A.J. Pollock will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Hit sharply on the ground. LeMahieu's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. Through 5, all even at 2-2. Charlie Blackmon will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First delivery to him on the way. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
This is skied out to deep center field. Back goes Pollock, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he is in there to start the sixth. It's a leadoff double.
Oh, and a great way to kick off the inning here. That's going to get the go-ahead run to second base with that double. And you know, even though it's still the sixth, you'd love to find a way to grab that lead right now and hopefully just let your bullpen take it home from here.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, curveball, then changeup here on the first couple pitches. Now might be the time to see him run that fastball in on his hands. Maybe try and get this guy to pop something up.
He pulls this one into right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. And he is in there.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
So a runner stands at third. One man is out. And standing in, the right fielder, Carlos Gonzalez. Greinke comes set. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. You got to say, for a strikeout pitcher, not too many strikeouts here so far.
And he's in a big need of one right here. It would definitely come in handy.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Nolan Arenado will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Boy, and here's a drive. Deep left field, and the long ball's going to bite him for the third time today as this one is gone. A home run. So a two-run homer down the line in left, his second of the game, and it's given the Rockies a 4-2 lead.
Well, it seems to me like we've seen this before. His second home run of the ball game, and it would seem to me that he hit that one harder than he did the last one, so he's definitely locked in.
And now some action in that Arizona bullpen as it looks like they'll have both a lefty and a righty up to throw. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he gets under the first pitch and sends a fly ball out to left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But the Rockies push across 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's now 4-2 Colorado. Gene Segura will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Here comes the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point. So his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
David Peralta will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Starts him with a breaking ball this time. Misses down and in for a ball. 1-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game. That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order. Still down by a count of 4-2. Welcome back to Chase Field here in Phoenix. Rockies out on top in this one as we head to the 7th. But before we get started, let's get a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of baseball. Andrew Chafin is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Andrew Chafin.
Ben Paulson will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips.
Ben Paulson.
Had him reaching that time. It's strike 1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in a matter of about 5 feet.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the 2nd time today, he's gone on strikes.
So nice to have a left-handed weapon like this in your bullpen. And he gets the leadoff man here for an important first out.
In is Gerardo Parra. As he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike one. Ooh, he saws him off with that one, but foul.
Wow, just a jam sandwich right there, and all he's holding is about half of his bat. Those look like the kind of bats I used to swing with.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen.
Next for Colorado.
Nick Hundley will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ballgame.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You got to keep that top hand.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Rockies, but they still lead this one 4-2. Leading off the inning, Wellington Castillo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Outside at 94, 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's a ball hit in the air. Paulson in foul ground, 1 away.
Now
Yeah, doesn't look like much has changed here to start this inning either. That's 8 in a row now he's set down.
Now in the box, Jake Lamb. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Well, he's really kept himself in the game here by throwing first pitch strikes to about 70% of the batters he's faced. That's kept him in the ballgame and kept his team in the ballgame.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Boy, and if anything, he's looking stronger than ever here in this 7th inning.
The 0-2 delivery. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Ready with the 0-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Now batting.
All right, folks, montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Here's Yasmani Tomas. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. To first. Paulson is up with it. Underhanded flip. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks. They trail it here 4-2. Brandon Barnes is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Brandon Barnes.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1. This man out for a 2nd inning of work, and why not? He set him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
And you know, sometimes these guys make it look so easy, we forget how difficult it is to make a play like that. Not only did he barehand this ball, but he also made a sweet throw on the run over to first base. So often you'll see a guy airmail or short hop a throw like that because of the bad grip you have on the ball. But not in this case. That's a nice play.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now. As he'll pick up. And, oh, this is off the second base bag. And that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. And that wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Reyes. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And the runner will get back standing.
Keeping an eye on him.
1-0 count. Here it is. Tap fouled at home plate. And this one gets away. But fortunately here, no advance. The 1-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the 2nd out. Carlos Gonzalez will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
That's popped up out towards short right field. Owings is there for it. And the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Rockies 4 and the Diamondbacks 2. Jairo Diaz is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Jairo Diaz.
Leading off the inning, Chris Owings. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Second baseman, Chris Owings.
Couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
You want to talk about a live arm? This guy's got one all right.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Boy, tough slider right there. Had him leaning back. I don't think he could have done anything with that pitch, even if he did swing at it.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Oh, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Parra will get there as he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out.
Well, he's 0 for 3 now in the ball game, and I think I can tell you why. If you're not a power hitter, you need to hit down on the ball. Try and drive things. This guy doesn't have enough muscle to hit home runs consistently, so he's wind up his routine flyouts.
Phil Gosselin will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Gosselin.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Up high, 2-1 now.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Diamondbacks. Grounded up the first baseline. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Flips it underhand. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Maybe that's the break they needed to get back into this ball game. No question, they need base runners at this late stage, so they'll take any help they can get.
A.J. Pollock will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
One thing we can say about this game, neither team's been afraid to swing the bat. I mean, here we are this late into the ball game, and we still haven't seen our first walk.
Gene Segura stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 left for Arizona. Still down by a count of 4-2. Randall Delgado will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th.
Delgado.
Nolan Arenado will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, we take you back to inning number 6. This was his second home run of the ball game as he'll stand in here looking for number 3. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And that's probably going to be his final at-bat, so you figure he won't get his 3rd home run of the game, but still, he's been a real handful here in this one.
DJ LeMahieu will stand in. He flew out his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And they're keeping the pressure on, even with the 2-run lead here in the 9th. Well, they'd love to increase their lead a bit before they take it to the bottom of the 9th. That's for sure.
Ben Paulson stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Comes set. Now the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
This is not the first time today that he's chased out of the zone. And that's why he's looking at a hat trick.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
And this is part of the reason why he's staring a hat trick right in the face. He just hasn't been able to recognize these pitches that are well out of the zone.
Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a liner. Foul. Here it comes, 0-2. And another foul ball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Well, there it is. Hat trick, my friend. That's a 3rd strikeout of the game. You know, luckily, his guys are winning, so it kind of lessens the blow, but actually, not so much.
In is Gerardo Parra, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Rockies strand 1 as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Striding in to start the 9th, Paul Goldschmidt, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Now here's the pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Here's the 0-2. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Gloved by LeMahieu. On to first, and that is a huge out to start the bottom of the 9th.
Number 6, David Peralta.
David Peralta will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
In there, strike one. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
Bases are empty, one man out. And he falls behind 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. One out, nobody on. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first takes care of him, and now the Diamondbacks are down to their final out.
And this is a guy who's going to give up his share of hits. But that's because he just says, hey, go ahead. Here's my best stuff. Try to hit it. He's got such good stuff that most times when guys do hit it, they'll put it on the ground right at somebody.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. High and deep to left center field. Parra ranging back to the track, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, he had to work 2 full innings to get it done, so he might be a little more sore than usual tomorrow, but he's going to take it as he finishes this thing off and earns the save.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Rockies come out on top 4-2. So long from Phoenix.
The final line score for the ball game this afternoon for the victorious Rockies. 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. For the Diamondbacks, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 54 minutes. A reminder that Postcane Valley Metro is available in Copper Square at Central Station. Also, extra Metro rail trains are available at the Washington and 3rd Street Station.